Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is New Brighton, and the last time we left off, we put in a new highway. It was an original highway, something I wanted to kind of do. I've been playing around with it for a while and just trying to get better at it. And today's episode, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go make the start of a nature reserve park. And I thought it would be quite interesting to actually build our own little mountain from scratch in an area that's actually quite flat. So if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I'm all about, I do Let's Plays, tutorials, tips, tricks on City Skylines, and I play a couple of other games as well. So before we head down to where I want to build the mountain for the Nature Reserve Park, I just want to give you a quick overview of our new highway and see how it's functioning, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. In to put the nature reserve park in, and I actually want to have this railroad going right through the mountain. I thought that would be so cool, and so I'm going to use the elevation on the landscaping tool, and I'm just going to start in the middle. Now I find the best way to kind of build a mountain is try to find the center of where you want to put the highest peak, and then build out from around there. And so I just kind of keep going around and around until I kind of fill this out with kind of peaks and valleys. And then I will manipulate it later on to put in like paths and stuff for our nature reserve. Another thing you want to keep in mind is you don't want to have the highest peak in the middle and then all of them fade out. You kind of want to have some up, some down, because it'll look the most natural. You're not just going to have like a cone coming all the way down. So you do want to have some higher peaks and then lower peaks in between. And then when you get to the outer edge, you kind of just still do the same thing. You can do a little bit of a level land, but it can't be too level. If you do it too level, and you don't want to be smooth either. If you smooth it out too much, it'll just look like a hill. So in this next part, I'm just moving this train station out of the way. So I made some roads in this empty space behind whatever unique building I put there. I can't remember what it was. I think I put it over by my airports and it was just too big and it looks silly. So I moved it over to that space in there where is, I think the mail. The mail I think is put down in there. And so I moved that out of the way, so this way we can fill this in a little bit better, and we could put the gate to our nature reserve park right in there. Now we won't be doing the nature reserve park today. That is going to be in the next episode. Today I just wanted to do all the preparation for it, like building our own mountain. There I just placed a road for the main gate. So next I just want to take this road down and bring it across to the other side. I do want this to connect to the other side, and it was originally before we put the airports in, but then when I put the airports in, I kind of moved it and took it out of that space so I can use it for the airports. So there I'm just coming across. It looks funky. I'm trying to go through the mountain, across the mountain, over the mountain. I wasn't sure what I was doing, so eventually I kind of make it go and tunnel through that side of the mountain, and it does come out okay. I do play with it a little bit because I wanted to make it look as natural as possible, and I wanted the road to go kind of straight. I didn't want it to dip down or up. So next I'm going to go ahead and start running the railroad through the mountain. Now this was again a silly move on me. I wasn't sure exactly how to get it to go across and then drop straight in, because again, I didn't want it to slope down and I didn't want it to slope up. I wanted it to go directly straight in. So I did not know you could pull the whole railroad across the mountain and it would actually make it go right through. But eventually I figured it out. Because you can't fathom why I can't get this straight through. I was crying, like, not literally, but I was so frustrated that I couldn't get this on the right level I wanted it. I just wanted it straight, and every time it doesn't tell you the exact level, so you have to eyeball it while you're doing it, making it straight. I was going nuts trying to get this to go through. And then I realized if I pulled it across, it works. And you'll see in a minute, I figure it out, but it took me forever to do this. So I get so frustrated, I run it through, and it connects. And I'm like, wait, it didn't go over the mountain? And yeah, that's how it went for me. It was just crazy. So now I'm just making the other side a bit higher to kind of match up with the other side. So if that makes sense. I mean, I just totally used the other side twice, and that was, again, real silly of me, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm pretty happy with it. It turned out okay, and I got it the way I wanted it, right through the mountain. So I can't complain. So after all that frustration, I realized that my cargo train was not hooked up to the rail. So now I had to do a whole bunch of train running. So as you can see, I'm coming in, across, down, around the highway just to get this to go in. And because I have tunnels underneath, I was having issues with going underneath, and yeah, it was just a pain. So I actually fast forward this about 8 times speed for you guys, and it's still quite long, but I wanted to keep it in because, you know, we need the trains hooked up. So eventually I do get it to go in, and again, I'm struggling sometimes to get these trains hooked up properly and look semi-normal. For me, trains are really difficult, but I do get it to go. I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to put this, but then I realized that I can connect it right in here, and yeah, it works. One thing I am practicing is trains. That's what I seem to do now. When there is stuff that I struggle with, that's the thing I will build on my free time when I'm done with my episodes, is I'll take out, like with highways I did the last time, I will actually just take out unlimited everything, and I'll go ahead and I'll try playing around with highways. And lately I've been trying really hard to run trains, so I don't know if I'll get any better at it or not, but we'll see what happens. So we're almost finished with this episode. I know it was super short, and I've been making a lot of short videos. The problem is time. I don't have a lot of time as much as I used to. So what works for me is kind of more episodes and shorter videos. But I still try to make the best content possible. So here's an overview of our mountain. Again, I think we'll probably make some tweaks to it when we put the nature reserve park in, but overall I think it came out nice. It looks natural, and I think we're going to try to put in some pretty nice paths going around the whole thing. What I really wish we could have is a lighthouse in one of the unique buildings to kind of put on the end of this, since it's open to the ocean, but we don't have any access to lighthouse. The only lighthouses I've ever seen are the kind of condemned buildings you get with a map, so that's a hint. I would love to see lighthouses. Thanks again, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Bye!